Hello, it's Liz from Old Stables Crafts. Thank you for joining me again today for some fun packaging ideas, fun and simple gift wrap ideas. It's been a day. Let's just say it's been a day. Everything started everything did start really well. I had a very short night last night. I was on a call with the lovely Kylie Bertucci. We were chatting until about 1 o'clock in the morning because it was her early morning and it was my very early morning. And I hadn't realised what the time was by the time we finished. So I had a fairly short night, and then at 8 o'clock this morning was at the gym. Hello, Jane. At my usual personal training session on a Thursday morning. And I have to say, I did manage it okay, but boy am I tired. So, hello, Carol from Western Australia. Yay! That was fine. Now I'm away over the weekend. Tomorrow I go away for a team retreat that's being run by my upline. So I haven't got a huge amount to do. Hello, Priscilla. Hello, Karen. Hello, Brenton. Hello, Nora. So, yeah, everything was going fine. I've got everything ready to film my Simple Stamping Saturday. I literally only need to film that. I've got all of the bits ready to go. Know what I'm doing. I've even got the stamps on the blocks ready to go. And I was going to film it just before we went live. Well, I say just before. I was going to film it at about 2:10. Hello, Helen from Michigan. And then our Wi-Fi started dropping out. So that was good. Not. So I've just spent the last half an hour plus trying to find out whether this is an intermittent problem, whether there is an actual problem that needs an engineer to look at, all sorts of stuff. The guy on the phone suggested that we go through something that was really quick and easy, and even my husband, who is a retired computer programmer, had no idea what he was talking about. So we ended up going, tell you what, if we get the problem again, we'll call you and we'll sort it out then. So my fun and simple gift wrap ideas are slightly different than planned, but still going to be fun and simple. Hello, Inika. I love the Liz and the Lizettes. You got your order today. Yay! Inika got her order. Hurrah! Inika is in the Netherlands, so she's quite close to the European warehouse. Not as close as one of my team, who is literally about 20 minutes away, and it still takes about 3 days for it to arrive. But that's because it has to go through the whole normal system. Anyway, so... Oh, and I had a half-hour call with the demo support at Stamping Up about shipping labels. Oh, the fun I have. Hello, Suzanne from Washington. It has been a while since you caught me live. I'm so glad you're here. I'm trying to get into the habit of actually scheduling my YouTube lives so that you can see them and get notified. I mean, the mere fact that we've already got 22 people viewing, yay, and I've got 2 likes already, is even better. So, we've had a slight change of plan on what I had intended to do today, because I hadn't got time to sort it out. How's that for a confession? So, instead, we're doing something different, but it's still going to be fun and it's still really simple. So, I'm going to flip the camera down. I have to say, I was really worried. I'd set everything up ready to record, and then all the internet issues went and, ruined my afternoon. And I wondered whether the settings were still going to be valid in the software I use, and happily they are. But what I would say is, if things go pear-shaped again, it's probably my end, and it's probably nothing I can do about it. Thank you. Despite everything, I'm looking well. Thank you, Rachel. I'm feeling feeling really well, actually, apart from the fact I'm so tired. 4 hours sleep is not enough for me. Even if I wasn't having a personal training session at 8 o'clock in the morning, 4 hours sleep is not enough. And we've got a parish council meeting this evening. So that's, you know, hey. Anyway, you will have noticed there is a brown box because the fun and easy, simple gift wrap ideas I have for today is a kit, because that's all I had time to do. Wasn't what I planned, but there we go. So I'm going to open it. It's one I have looked at before, but I've not used very many of the bits, so it's still going to be fine. Oh, and I've forgotten to turn the light on. Let's turn one of these lights on. Hopefully that will make it lighter. Oh, and I'm halfway through redoing my nail varnish because I've got this team retreat at the weekend. So I'll show you what I'm wearing. Oh, hello Shaz. So these are the colours that I'm going to be wearing. So that's going to go on my ring fingers, and then that's going to go on all the others. So there's going to be pink, because the team's called the Pinkies, so it had to be pink. So it's going to be this colour on those fingers and this colour on all the others. But not just that, I've then got a glitter to go over the top. So it's going to be glittery. But I haven't done it yet because I've had a fun afternoon. So, here we go. It is this kit. She says, hoping that we've got instructions in here, which I haven't. It does come with instructions, however, but fortunately, I do have the 2 samples that I made, so I will be able to talk you through it. It's one of those days. Why is it that sometimes everything just goes pear-shaped? So, it is called I had it up here. It's called I don't need it in French, thank you. I'll have it in English if I may. It's called the Let's Party Treat Packaging Kit. And in the UK, it's only £18. But of course, if you order at least 2, whose team is the Pinkies? It's Michelle Last. She's my upline. So yes, Michelle Last is my upline. The lovely Michelle Last. She's wonderful. Apparently when she first joined, she joined as soon as Stamping Up came into the UK, and when she started building a team, she called them the Pink Ladies, which was great until she got some men on her team. So we're now the Pinkies, but it is pink as opposed to Pinkies, because the little finger is the pinky. So it's, yeah. Anyway, so do remember that until the end of the month, we have a buy one, get one half price on kits. I have to say, on free shipping day on Tuesday, quite a lot of you made the most of it, which is exactly what you should have done. So we can make these lovely little pillow boxes. They are all made with the same pieces. As ever, you get lots and lots in your kit. So let me just check how many you can make. 4 of each is the answer to that. The colours are, and it's available in Europe in French and German as well. You get a Misty Moonlight stamping spot, which for some reason I haven't taken out. The colours are Balmy Blue, Bumblebee, which is now retired, Crumb Cake, Granny Apple Green, Magenta Madness, which is now retired, and Misty Moonlight, which is now retired. But you get a Misty Moonlight spot and you get everything you need, so it's not really an issue that they are retired. You get a lovely little stamp set, which I will go through in a moment, and I'll go through all of the contents that you get. And you do get instructions, except I've obviously put them somewhere safe. So just so that everyone knows who I am a Stamping Up demonstrator based in the UK. So I sell Stamping Up products, and it is my job. It's a great job when the Wi-Fi doesn't go down, because I am basically only online. So let me grab a piece of white so you can see the stamp set. So we've got Hooray, It's Your Day, Let's Party, For You, My Friend, You're the Best, To From. Then we've got a gecko. We've got 2 birds, and we've got a balloon. And this pattern, diagonal, well, stripes on an angle and crosses. Put my order in to make the most expensive Christmas cards ever. Went a bit crazy. Oops. Hey, why not? If you start Christmas cards, if you do Christmas cards, why not make them special? Why not make them better than the buy 20 Christmas cards for £1 from your local discount shop? Because that's what a lot of people use. Anyway, so you get a sheet of dots in Magenta Madness and Granny Apple Green. You get a sheet of die cuts with the animals on. I've obviously used this for someone because I've only got 2 of those left, so I've obviously used one of these. You get your circles, and you get enough circles. Oh yes, Inika wants to know what you ordered, Chaz. You get dimensionals, you get tear and tape, I'll be using my own. You get lots of labels, more than you need. These are the stamps, sort of stamped. These are the ones that don't get used. Oh, there's the other bits. So that's right, I'll get those out, ready for the next one. So these are the stamps that don't get used in the kit. It's almost like I did this properly at one point. Hello, Marlene, sunny and hot Wisconsin. It's summer. Well, yeah, it's hot and sticky and really nasty here today. It's that really heavy overcast. It's gonna thunder, possibly. We've got a weather warning for thunderstorms. And it feels like we should have thunder. That's a lot, Shaz. But why not, frankly? If it makes you happy, so long as you use it, it's fine. So you get a block, you get the stamp set, you get your stamping spot, you get glue dots, you get tear and tape, you get dimensionals, you get everything you could possibly need, apart from, in my case, the instructions. But that's fine. So I'm going to make one of each. So I've got, all I need is 2 of these because they are reversible. So has anyone else actually used this yet? Sorry, I've just read Inika's message. Yeah, it's a bit, but it's fine. Now, interestingly, the ones that are made with the instructions, on the picture on the website they use all of the sentiments, so you can swap. So I've done It's Your Day and For You, My Friend. So let's party and You're the Best. Yeah, we'll do those. She says, trying to find the stamp set that she's put to one side. This is going to be another really interesting one. Hello, Deborah from Michigan. Shaz says she is her best customer. Fair enough. Hello, B from Essex. So we're going to do, what was I saying? We're going to do You're the Best, and we're going to do Let's Party, because that is, after all, what this kit is called. Right, this is going to be interesting because as I have got everything ready to do the Simple Stamping Saturday, I'm running out of blocks. I've literally got everything on blocks. So we'll use my spare blocks because I have spare blocks. Right, so I'm just going to make sure that these have got a key on them. If you watch me regularly, you will know that I do this regularly and end up with a very red mark on the back of my hand, but it's fine. Now, I can't obviously use a big Misty Moonlight because it's retired. So what I'm going to use instead is my Granny Apple Green, because I can. Or actually, I might use Crushed Curry, because Crushed Curry is very similar to Bumblebee, particularly if you're only doing a little bit. So I need a little, I think. Do I need a little? Yes, I need a little for that. And for that, so I need 2 small labels, and I will be depipping them because we all know how much I hate pips. Oh, thank you, Bee. Yes, I'm sorry you can't be there as well. But hey, we're going to have a team retreat at the end of July. It won't be in person, so it won't be quite the same, but we've got our team retreat at the end of July. And we always have a great day. We do it virtual, and I always do so that when if the Wi-Fi drops out, it's not an issue. I always pre-record the projects so that people can watch the projects even if I have no Wi-Fi. Right, so I'm just going to ink up my first. Oh, I need to re-ink my crushed curry, I think, but it'll be fine. So you're the best, and I'll then just check that it's not too dissimilar from the Bumblebee. So this is crushed curry, that's Bumblebee. I think if you didn't know, you'd be quite happy that those were the same colour. So I'm going to use the same, I'm going to do the same again for the let's, oh, except no. Butterfly brain is at it again. I'm going to go Granny Apple Green and throw things on the floor. Honest I am. Excuse me while I just pick things up. That will be my mini chopper on the floor. So yes, I'm going to do one with Granny Apple Green and one with crushed curry. And what I'll actually do is I'll put the crushed curry in, stamped sentiment. That was a difficult word. It is happening, Bee. If you watch the last team meeting, which I know you weren't able to go to, but if you watch the recording, which I think I sent in an email, we've confirmed the date. It's the last, I think it's the 30th or 31st of July. So this is Let's Party with Granny Apple Green, and I will switch. So I'll have the Let's Party with the yellow and the You're the Best with the blue. Murphy's Law. Yes, Murphy is doing really well with me today. Thank you, Murphy. Right, so I need a kangaroo, which I've got. I need a Magenta Madness disc, which I've got. I need a Balmy Blue disc, which I can pull out. Fortunately, because these have got zigzag edges, I'm not going to get too worried about the pips. I knew what you meant, Inika. And then we need a crocodile. Never smile at a crocodile. But this has got pips, and I am going to get rid of them. So yes, has anyone actually used the Let's Party kit? Has anyone ordered the Let's Part? Why are words so difficult some days? I mean, I know the answer. It's 4 hours sleep is not enough. But yes, has anyone got the Let's Party kit, and have they had it for months and not opened it? And if so, why? Why? You can't not use things. There's no point in ordering just to look at it. You've got to use it. Like you've got to get ink on your stamps and you've got to cut your paper. It's not an ornament. It is a work tool. Right, I think I've pretty much depipped that. I've got one more pip on here that I've just spotted. Yep, good. Right. Now, bearing in mind I'm making this up as I go along because I have lost the instructions. Love to know where I've put them. Don't need those. Now, I will use my own glue dots and my own tear and tape, but it is the same. So, and my own dimensional. So I've got my glue dots. I have my tear and tape. So, what we need to do is to build these. So one of them is going to go one way and one of them is going to go the other, obviously. So I need adhesive on bend that so you can see it. So there's a flap, which I need to go one way on one of them and one way on the other, and that's where your adhesive goes. And there's very usefully a white line put on there, so that's where your adhesive goes. And I'm fairly certain this is exactly the same width. Ooh, this may be slightly narrower, so maybe I'll use that. Yeah, I think it's slightly narrower, but it is basically tear and tape. So now I like to go all the way. So here's my flap, and I like to go over the end. And you can just fold in the bit that goes over and then just tear. Now, did everyone watch my Tip Top Tuesday? Tip Top? Why are words so hard? Top Tip Tuesday. Because I was doing tear and tape. And I'm just making sure that's down. And I need to then pull up the paper. And flip that in. In fact, I might just pull it off and just flip that in. And then to get this lined up, all you need to do is grab a bone folder. You've been very shy today. Didn't get this kit. I really wouldn't know what to use it for. Oh, yeah, which is fair enough. It's better to not get it than get it and not use it. Would be my thoughts. Now, I would suggest, because I'm learning that this was wrong, well, not wrong, just not a great idea, you may want to burnish that edge before you put your adhesive on. So you've got a nice crisp edge. So I'll use my silicone mat so I don't stick to my work surface. And then all you need to do is to fold that over onto there. Simple. I did say it was going to be simple. So that is that, and then to make it, you just bend it and pop your ends in, but I wouldn't pop your ends in until you've done your decoration, because it's really quite difficult to decorate something that isn't flat. So I'm just going to do this one as well, and I'm going to learn from my own mistake, not mistake, but my own process. I'm going to burnish that first, then I'm going to burnish this, and I've now got an angle on the end of this, so that's good. Now, I would say don't go bang up to the folded edge, just in case you end up with your adhesive peeking out, because that's not good. So, there we go. But yes, my top tip on Tuesday was all about tear and tape. And who knew, I mean, I did, because I shared it on Tuesday, you can use tear and tape with embossing powder. So if you want a narrow strip of a nice glossy gold, tear and tape and embossing powder. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And obviously you can use it with the gilding flakes. So yeah, don't just use it as an adhesive. You got 2 other kits. Fair enough. Which other kits did you get, Shaz? So those are my 2 bases. Now, personally, I don't like to see the cut edge. So as this is going to go like that, I will have the cut edge on top rather than underneath, because, can you see that? Let me see. I've got the box lid over my controls. Isn't helpful. Can you see? So if I bend this, and I think it's going to be easier to see on this one than on the other. So if I bend this, can you see the cut edge there? Maybe not. Maybe it will be better on this one. No, you can't. But I would have this as the front, so that the cut edge is on top and you don't see the inside of the cut edge from on top, is basically what I'm trying to say. Words are so difficult. Oh, brilliant, Marlene. 2 you can do it. One of my flower arranging friends, we were chatting earlier in the month, and I was saying that I'd used the Robot Buddies kit, and she said, oh, what's that? So I explained what it was, and so she ordered 2 because she's got grandchildren that she's going to have to look after during the summer holidays. And bearing in mind we are in the UK, the chances are that it's going to be wet, so she needs indoor things. So yeah, she's never ordered from me before, but the kit's just, yeah. So I like, personally, so don't know if you can see this, so this is flat and these are raised, so which is what I like. So I like to put dimensionals on the bottom and the top and not in the middle, so that you're working with the bend, which hopefully will be more obvious when we get that far. So I'm going to stick this onto my Magenta Madness and pop those in my bin. I'm going to start bending that. Oh, I found another pip. Oh, pip alert. You can use an emery board if you prefer, but I've got my snips because I like my snips. Oh, and the birthday ones, that's a good one. Yeah, the birthday ones are very good for children because they're bright and fun. Right, so that's, I'm sort of helping it with its bend, because nature will tell it it's got to ping up, but if you can help it bend, you're going to have a better result. So I said I would put the green on the yellow and the yellow on the blue, so that's what I'm going to do. So, oh, I found another pip. No, and I've stuck it down already. No. There we go. Right, so this is going to go onto its little pouch here. So I'm going to stick that on with a glue dot. And then I'm going to have it hanging off the edge, and I will put a dimensional on the back of this when we get to put it all together, which is any minute now. So let's... I am actually, having said it's easier to do things that are flat. Have you done the candles card kit? I have, but not for a while. I must. The Glimmer birthday cake one. Yeah, that's the one, Inika. Which is exactly what Marlene's just said. Now, personally, oops, that's the one. Now, this is where we're going to go between what's easier to open and what's aesthetically more pleasing for me. And because I've got this as my front, I like that to go back. Having said that, it's actually easier to open if you have the cut bit on the inside, because otherwise you have to go in. Just want to make sure I've got this really nicely burnished down, which at the moment I don't, so that it doesn't pull apart. And this is why you want to go all the way to the end of the flap, so that you don't end up with the ends poking up. So it's easier to open the inside of your pillow box when you put that in, but because I want this to be on the outside, it's just me, I know I'm weird, but I don't like to see the inside of things. So I'm going to do that and just, help it get its shape. It's all good. And then this is going to go on top of there. And again, I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of the top bits, but not in the middle. So in the middle, you can use tear and tape. It's in the kit. I'm actually going to use some green glue. Hello, Pam. I didn't know you were here. You ordered the coasters and the robot ones. Yep, I did the coasters earlier in the week. I love the coasters. Now that I've got my head round what they are. And actually, I'll be sharing soon, sometime. We've got the dies now that will do the mini pockets, which I'm using for my reward vouchers for my shoppers. Because if you shop with me, for every £30 you spend, you get a reward voucher. And when you've got 10, you get to exchange them for product. So, oh, and I need a dimensional there. But they would be really good for thank yous to waiting staff and stuff like that. So you can do I'm going to do a mini card to go in the envelope, and then you can put in money for a tip, is what I'm thinking. That's my thought process. Right, so that's on there. Now we do need to deal with his tail. So why don't I do that? Oh, I just glued it down. Let's just glue it down. It's just a little drop of glue, or you can use a glue dot and just hold that in place for a little bit. And then if you're worried that the label isn't adhering to the box properly, just hold it for a little. Whether you've got tear and tape or glue, it's better to actually hold it in place so that the two bits glue together. Obviously it's more of a thing with the glue than the tear and tape, but so that is that. Then we need to put on some dots because we've got lovely enamel dots. So I need my take your pick again, and the suggestion is that you use 3 by the look of it. So we'll go 1 there. Can't believe I've lost the instructions. 1 there, and I think I'll go big. There are way more dots than you actually need, and because these are Granny Apple Green, they're going to be great to use. Now these theoretically are Magenta Madness. I'm going to... No, that might be Magenta Madness. I am going to just grab some polished pink. There's a pack of polished pink. Those actually, is that just me, or do they work? Cat hair. So that you could use these dots on with polished pink without any problem at all. You could possibly use them with Melon Mambo, but Melon Mambo is a bit bluer. So that's polished pink. Let's grab Melon Mambo and see what that looks like. Because as it's retired colours, I don't want you to not be able to use it, because the whole thing with Stampin' Up is the colour coordination. They're a little lighter, but you could still use them. Hello, Steffi! It's Steffi! Another one of my team. So that's that one. So this one, I will just get the ends so that they'll fold in nicely. They work with polished pink without any problem at all, Lineker. Absolutely beautiful with polished pink. They're that funny. They change to go with the colour that they're on. So they're beautiful. They are a perfect match with Magenta Madness. Funny that, but they're a perfect match with polished pink. And they're not the same colour. Magenta Madness is a very blue pink, and polished pink is not that blue. It's more of a sort of red pink. So yeah, they're that lovely. They morph. Right, so I've got my crocodile. Never smile at her. So I'm going to pop him on there with dimensionals. Words really are hard today. And I've got to pack all my stuff ready for the weekend this afternoon. So this goes on the bottom, well, towards the bottom, like that. Then this we're just going to stick on there. I am going to put it on things, dimensionals. Dear Lord, when did words get this hard? And I do know it's, 4 hours sleep, and that's one of the reasons, but why do they get that hard? I am. Thank you, Steffi. It's going to be fun. I'm sorry that none of my team are going to be there, but I'm actually going to bring this down a bit because up there it's a bit too far away. In fact, I'm going to bring it over here and have it so that the exclamation mark is in the dip of my bird, because I don't like the gap otherwise. Right, so dimensionals. Again, I need to encourage it to bend. But yeah, I'm really sorry that none of my team are able to make it. But I know why you can't. It's fine. It's just I like to see my team. Hey, in August, because that's the best time of the year to do it, I'm going to New Orleans for Backstage, which is the leaders event. For those of you who aren't Stamping Up demonstrators, it's the leaders event, which it's the first time it's actually going to be in person. It was supposed to start 2 summers ago, was when it was supposed to have its first thing, and then something got in the way. I can't for the life of me think what it was that got in the way. She says. So yes, so New Orleans in August is not the best idea in the world. It's going to be hot and sticky, and there's a possibility of hurricanes. But I'm really looking forward to going. I'm only going for basically the day before and the day after, and the days of the event. But yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a long journey. It's 14 hours. There's only 1 direct flight a week, and it's not on any of the days that I'm going or travelling. So again, we're going to use some of these. Oops. That's right, go off these. Now, what I would say with all of these sorts of dots is you do want to bend back your plastic and get underneath with your pointy something. You could use scissors if you don't have a take your pick, but I really do recommend the take your pick because it is amazing. I have 2. Because although the whole point is that you can change the ends, why when you can have 2? So I do. Which means I've got spare ones of these as well, because these 2 ends are the ones that you can buy separately. So you've got an embossing tool and a brush. The brush is all it is the brush. In the same way that on the bits that you get in the box, you get the putty. So you get this, which is replaceable. So you screw it down. When this gets too manky to use, you take it off and you screw it down a bit more. Let me show you, because this is getting a bit manky anyway. So you take off the manky bit, and then you gently turn this, and then can you see it coming out? She says, trying to find, can you see that coming out? And I say gently because it doesn't move to begin with, and then it does, so then you end up with a long bit, which I then just squish down a bit. And then the other end of this is a little spatula. Right, so I've got one of my Magenta Madness polished pink dots. So I think I'll have another. I want to fill this space, so I'm going to have another one here. Now, here's the thing. I would always be very careful. Oh, yes, Marlene, thank you. Thumbs up, always good. Be careful where you put dots near animals. I'm going to leave it at that, but please do be careful where you put any embellishment near any living thing, because we do want to, we want these to be child friendly. Just saying. So, yeah, I know I have a weird brain. Very weird brain. Very, very odd brain. But, yeah, you want your dots in the right place. So those are my 2 little. So these followed the instructions. I made them ages ago, and the glue is beginning to go. What you can do if you do find that your dimensionals give up the ghost a bit, I didn't glue this middle bit, so it's got nothing holding that in place. I'm going to retrofit some glue. And if they stop being sticky, just put some green glue on, because the green glue will stick to the foam and to the card. You do have to hold them in place for a bit, but hello Jan from Muggy Wheatley. I know you've been watching from the beginning, and you've been very quiet. But yeah, it's a really, really muggy day today. It's like, anywho, so there we go. Those are the two that are following the instructions, those two. And these are the ones that I've just changed up a wee bit. Not much. Again, that one needs to have a bit of help to glue in place. I made these up pretty much as soon as they came up. Thank you, Nora. Hello, Barbara. It's Barbara. So, yes. Those are what I wasn't intending to do on today's live. But hey, let's think positive and touch wood really hard, because I do need to upload another video before the end of the day. The Wi-Fi is still working. Hello, Anita from Nova Scotia. 29 centigrade and muggy. Oh, and you're near the North Sea. Oh, you couldn't get on the chat. Oh, I wonder why. Hello, Jane from Georgia. Finally caught a bit of my live. Absolutely. Now, too late, really. Hey, why would I remember this at the beginning of today's live? Anyway, if you're watching on the replay, you can always ask questions just by leaving them in the comment section below the description bar. But do remember that if you're not watching at roughly 3:30 on Thursday, the 23rd of June UK time, you're not watching live. So do just bear that in mind. So if you ask a question that is pertinent to the bit of the video that you're watching, I won't know which bit of the video you're watching, because the comment just goes in as a comment. It's not a timed comment. So I can't even fast forward the video to find out what you were looking at. So if you've got a question, I will be very happy to answer it. I am behind, but I will be very happy to answer it. Just ask the full question, like, I'm trying to think of a question. Oh, you're talking about Magenta Madness, Bumblebee and Misty Moonlight. I thought they'd retired, ? Yes, they have. As opposed to, I thought that had retired, which is it's not as obvious. Yeah? But I will always answer your questions eventually. I try to do them once a week, and I'm about 2 weeks behind at the moment, but it's been frenetic. So those are those are what I wasn't going to do today. I was going to show you bags and things, but hey, there we go. So I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, a thumbs up is always appreciated. Remember, you can share to Facebook, you can share to Pinterest, you can share wherever you want as well. So do feel free to share. I am going to flip the camera back up to my face, because I do like to see you when I'm saying goodbye. And I know I can't, but I feel it feels more inclusive if I'm looking at you full screen as opposed to just a little picture in picture. So that's why I do that. So thank you very much for watching me today. Sorry it's been another, scramble. If you joined late, you can go back and find out what the day's been like. I have an awesome weekend. Oh, thank you, Inika. Well, not with my team, with my sisters. I'll be having a wonderful weekend with my sister demos. But none of my directs are going, unfortunately. Barbara couldn't because her husband needs her at home this weekend, and one of my other ladies couldn't. I can't remember exactly why, but I know it was a very good reason. So yeah, thank you, Pam. So yes, I will be, thank you, Nora, thank you very much. I will be back on Saturday with a recorded video, which I will be recording as soon as I have finished this live. So that will be Simple Stamping Saturday, and I'm using the Pretty Birds, and they're so cute. I'm really pleased with the cards. Really pleased with the cards. Oh, thank you, Barbara. Yes, our sparkling sunflowers. So yeah, these are very, very pretty cards. They're pretty birds on pretty cards, and I'm really pleased with how they've turned out. Particularly as I did them today, which, clearly I need to design things when I have no sleep. So thank you very much indeed. I'm blethering. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Have a great weekend. And I will look forward to seeing you again live and recorded on Tuesday for more Top Tip Tuesday. This week I'm doing everything foam in the way of adhesive. So dimensionals. Thank you, Brenton. So I'm doing dimensionals. I'm doing foam strips. I'm doing adhesive foam sheets, black dimensionals, not black dimensionals, the whole lot, because they're basically, when you talk about foam, you're talking about foam. Drooping because of the heat. Oh, anyway, have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you again live on Tuesday at 11 o'clock, hopefully, or earlier in the day for my adhesive top tips. Thank you very much indeed, and I will see you again very soon. Bye bye. Oops, just trying to find the end screen. There we go.